that it made you believe in no man, no cry. Maybe that's why every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan, but you probably already know that. Alright, if you come across this video, maybe you've been redirected from the original video, which is pretty popular. I have noticed that I messed up a little bit of things here and there in the original tutorial. I heard some things that caught my ear today and I had to lay them down. Do not be afraid, this video will be about 90% the same as the video that I put out the first time. It's a lot of the Joey Fatone vocals, and as you know, you can't really blame me. Joey's vocals are always hard to hear, and oftentimes they're very wacky. And especially in this song where the harmonies are kind of weird too. Even at that, the little tweaks that I'm going to show you is not very much. It's just little tweaks that I'd like to add that is how it's actually performed. Take a listen to some of these things that I've pieced together or edited, and just listen out for Joey's vocals. Now he's under the note that is under the melody. Check it out.
Every little thing I do never seems enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me. Every little thing I do never seems enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
I could not believe how clear that I got him to sound using Audacity and fiddling around. I was quite amazed. I actually saved out like 10 different edits through the course of this. I'm probably not going to show all of it to you, but I think I'm going to try to start doing more of that, showing you guys the edits that I've got and showing you what I am hearing from these isolated vocals from these edited versions. Alright, if you have just come across this video for the first time, I'm going to show you how to do the vocal harmonies to It's Gonna Be Me by vocal harmony pop group Nsync. This is a popular song of theirs. The music video for this is where they become toys and beat up G.I. Joes, which I think is a pretty fun video. Anyway, let's get to it. I always like to start with a melody. It's performed by Justin Timberlake and JC together. And it goes a little something like this.
Every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
I'll tell you what my problem was before. Now, I was too confident in assuming that a vocal would only make sense due to the piece beforehand, and I'll explain a little bit later, which is kind of wrong because just because one piece sounds like a certain piece doesn't mean the piece before it is something that you'd think would just follow along, because that's not always the case, especially when it comes to Nsync. Alright, let's move on to the next vocal. Now this one I had a little bit of a tricky time with. Beforehand, I had ended Justin with a
guess what?
But under that, I can't hear any vocal there. Before, I had only assumed that Joey was doing a vocal under it because he was doing a vocal under Justin. But when I really dug into it, then it did my edits and effects and things, and I couldn't point out anything under it. So I'm thinking that maybe Justin Timberlake does that higher note. Remember I had that standalone higher note? I think maybe he's doing that. Okay, so it's basically the same as the last time. So it's a lower note than the melody, and it goes a little something like this.
Every little thing I do, never sitting up for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Again, I like to reaffirm the problem I had beforehand. Because of the certain sounds I heard, I only assumed what was done before, and not realizing that the "it's gonna" part is actually harmonized. And because there's like that weird robotic voice that's heard in the beginning of the song, at the end of the song, which kind of overclouds the other vocals, so it's kind of like it only makes sense that the vocals all meet up, but that's not the case. They actually harmonize. Now later in the song, you might be thinking, well, why would Justin just jump up like that? And why would Joey just continue on a lower vocal that would be under the melody, which I'll show you later. I'll show you the edits that I have, and I'll try to have you listen to it and see that it doesn't sound like there's any lower note than that. And it would kind of make sense that Joey would just continue on, since he kind of meets up with Justin here and there in the song. But we'll get to that later. Alright, you know what time it is. It's time to smash it up. Let's hear the vocals harmonized and see what it sounds like.
Every little thing I do, never sitting up for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Everybody meets up at the end, at the me, in a unison or on the same vocal type. I don't know what that's called, on different registers. As like same on the high, same except high, or same except low. Okay, moving on to Joey. Now, he's the one who has the most messed up vocals, and in turn the one that I have to fix up the most from the previous one. A lot of his vocals, he stays straight and then goes down, which is kind of a tricky when trying to listen to it. And he also meets up with Justin a little bit here and there. I'll show you the isolated vocals, and we'll listen to it together and hear out what he's doing in the song. And Joey's vocal goes a little something like this.
Every little thing I do, never sitting up for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Alright, now let's listen to some of the isolated vocals now. Not so much isolated, but the edited versions that I made.
Every little thing I do, never seems enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? Guess what? It's gonna be me. Every little thing I, every little thing I, every little thing I, every little thing I.
Alright, in that section, beforehand it made him go down just like all the other vocals. But if you pay attention closely, he doesn't actually go down, he stays straight. So if Justin goes, every little thing, 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 he actually doesn't go down. Every little thing. It's more like every little thing, every little thing. He goes down at the end. Every little thing, every little thing,
every little thing I, every little thing I, every little thing I, every little thing I.
Hear how there's kind of a weird join up there? Alright, let's move on to something else. Okay, for that part, the lose it again. He meets up with Justin there. Now listen out for this.
For you don't wanna lose it again, but you don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not for you don't wanna lose it again.
the lose it is it sounds very not so fat, kind of unison-ish. Let's hear it out again.
For you don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not for you don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not for you don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not.
Here's the deal. If Joey had a harmony there, it'd be pretty bass-ish. Bass-ish, I mean, is very low. You don't wanna lose, you don't wanna lose. That's pretty low, and you'd probably hear that.
For you don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not for you don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not for you don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not.
Now, not like how I just sang it in that quick example before I put the edit pieces. He actually doesn't go down there either. Like, you don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna. He doesn't go, you don't wanna.
You don't wanna do, 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 you don't wanna do.
See, he goes, you don't wanna, you don't wanna. Instead of you don't wanna, he goes, you don't wanna. While Justin's going, you don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna. Like that. Difficult. Now to another kind of difficult part, the get to love somebody. That part also, let's take a listen.
Get to love somebody, 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 get to love somebody.
The point I'm getting at there is that one tiny piece, the sum, Joey meets up with Justin. Notice that there isn't any lower note under somebody.
Get to love somebody, get to love somebody.
If you're hearing a bit of a lowness, that's just Lance doing his bass vocal. Let's listen to it again. Notice the sum, then E, some me. Like he goes down. Somebody.
Get to love somebody, get to love somebody, get to love somebody.
Okay, now getting to the guess what part. For a long time, I've been kind of uneasy. Now, in the tutorial that I put out before, I don't know how many years ago that was now, I was like, okay, since Joey is doing a note under Justin, he must be doing a note under Justin in that part as well. But if we take a listen, it doesn't really sound like there is any lower than that. Any lower than the guess what? Which is under the melody. Let's have a listen.
Guess what? Guess what? It's guess, 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 guess what? Guess, 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 guess.
See, originally I had guess what? Guess what? Guess what? So, guess what? Which would be similar to what I had done for Justin. Guess what? Except on a lower octave. But if we keep listening to it, it's kind of apparent that there's no real vocal under there. Now I've tried listening out over and over and over again and can't seem to make it out. I know it's a bit of a tricky deal, but I'm just gonna say that Joey is actually continuing on because it kind of makes sense with his vocal, because he kind of, the way his vocals performed kind of like could lead up to that. Somebody guess what? See what I mean? Now the deal is, say if Justin is doing that, then he's probably just doing that with Joey, because I can't make out anything lower than that. I tried so hard. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? It just sounds like that's the lowest one. Guess what? Alright, let's play them all together. It's time to smash it up.
Why every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not like them, baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
See, I'm really trying my best to make sense of it, since some of the vocals are kind of, sometimes it sounds out of order. Now, why I went down to Joey's because, like I always say, if you want to learn harmonies, try to get down the 3-part harmony first. Basic understanding of how harmonies work, and then you can work with that later. Now I'm going to jump up to Chris Kirkpatrick's harmony. Now, like I said in the last video, I like to call it a double high. What's strange about it is that you can fit a high harmony in between that, between his harmony and the melody, which is strange, but there is no high harmony there. And I've tried over and over again to see if that's there and try to pick it out, but it's not. So basically he's doing a double high harmony. It's quite evident to hear, and it goes a little something like this.
Every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not like them, baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
And if you're intelligent, then you know that his vocal follows almost exactly Justin Timberlake's vocal, except on a higher octave. The biggest change is at the end, where Justin goes, get to love somebody, where he goes, somebody, where he goes, somebody. Here, let's put them together.
Every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not like them, baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
You hear that? Nothing too outrageously crazy with his vocal. Alright, so let's smash it up now. Smash up the vocals we just heard.
Every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not like them, baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
I believe in miracles. Where you from? Sweet sexy thing, you. Okay, moving on to Lance Bass. Now his vocal is really easy. Like I said in the other video, not much to it, just following the melody in a bass voice. Goes a little something like this.
Every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not like them, baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Okay, time to smash it up.
That it made you believe in no man, no cry. Maybe that's why every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again. But I'm not like them, baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Dang it, Daniel, it sounds more like the actual song now. Okay, to add little extra pieces, and you have that weird robotic voice. I believe it's Justin doing that, since in the video you see him, doing it. And it's over top of it, so it goes something like this. It's kind of essential because it kind of makes like a neat harmony with it. Here it goes.
It's gonna be me.
No, it's not done yet. Actually, there's a piece of the end chorus where one of the harmonies is actually performed a little bit different to give off ending of the song effect, I like to say.
I'm not like them, baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Okay, so the melody at the end, instead of going, get to love some, it's get to love some, get to love, kind of giving off that like uneasy effect. Love somebody. I like how they pushed a bit of a difference at the ending. Kind of gives off, oh, this is the ending of the song. Get to love somebody. Guess what? That's a cool little piece. So instead of get to love, the end goes, it's get to love. Pretty cool. I didn't mention that in the other video, so bonus for this one. Anyway, let's smash everything up one last time, see what it sounds like.
That it made you believe in no man, no cry. Maybe that's why every little thing I do never seemed enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Oh, and I'll quickly show you that little 3-part intro. Goes a little something like this. Very easy.
That made you believe in no man, no cry. Maybe that's why. No man, no cry. Maybe that's why. That it made you believe in no man, no cry. Maybe that's why.
You know what's kind of a bit of a thing? After doing all these things on YouTube and trying to piece vocals, sometimes it gets hard to just even listen to a nice simple song with harmonies in it without enjoying it just like that, instead of always trying to pick them out every single time. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, oh, I picked this one. I try my best to do my best, you know? Alright. So, if you have all that, you can do something like this.
That it made you believe in no man, no cry. Maybe that's why every little thing I do never seems enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me.
Okay, I hope it's a done deal now. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and do whatever. Maybe help promote this so that people will watch this one and head over to this one. This new video where I corrected some of the little things I've done. Now, I've learned from my mistakes. Don't be too quick to assume. If you hear one thing, don't automatically link it to the vocal type which would come according to it. Like the part, because you hear me, right? So I would only guess at it, it's gonna be me, because I hear me, but that's not always the case. Things jump up and down, especially when it comes to Nsync, because Nsync has crazy vocals and crazy arrangements, and that's why they're freaking boss. You know, when it messes me up, it's kind of a good thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this new one, and yeah, I know people have requested me to do other ones. I don't know which one I'm gonna get to first. Some of them I'm still having a hard time. I was doing Westlife, If I Let You Go, and I was actually almost done the tutorial until I figured out that, hey, some of these things are coming out of order, and you know what? No, I don't have it down yet. I need to make sure it's good and that I know what's what before I hand it out to you guys. I almost had it down. It's a bit of a weird one. I also did Westlife's Fool again. I did a cover of it. The vocals on that are pretty wacky, and I think I have them down, so maybe I'll show that to you guys next. So stay tuned, and yep. Peace and live and ice cream cake. God bless. Keep harmonizing, my friends.
It's gonna be me.